Good day, awesome folks. Scizorsome here, bringing you Pokémon X&Y Wi-Fi battle number 43. How you doing, everyone? I really hope you're all having a fantastic week. I'm having a bit of a stressful one. My laptop is being even more of a pain than usual. It turned off about 5 times in a row and then wouldn't turn on again for about half an hour. I'm quite scared that I'm not going to be able to get this video recorded. But, you know, just going to go for it. It's going to dive in. Might have to sort of, not rush, but do things a little bit quicker than normal. So, what we're going to do is just power through. We're just going to power through and have an awesome time. We are battling... oh, by the way, guys! This battle is going to take place from my opponent's perspective, because this is actually recorded from their battle video, because this is from my stream. I had a battle with this guy. This is JelloHotDogWTF, by the way. I'm sure you guys know who that is. If you don't, his YouTube channel and Twitter will be in the description below. He's an awesome guy, and yeah, he puts out some great content. He's a nice chap. You should definitely check him out. Give him a sub if you enjoy what he does, which I'm sure you will. So yeah, anyway, I'm supposed to be doing this quickly, aren't I? But instead I am waffling on. So this is from my stream, and I'd already filled up my versus recorder during the stream at this point, and I just completely derped, didn't clear a space, and didn't have enough space for it. So, we are being fortunate enough for him to send that battle code through to PKM and Gravija, and he has recorded it for me in cap card quality, as you can see, nice and crisp. And now we get to post-narrate this biatch. So yeah, it's going to be from our opponent's perspective, from Jello's perspective. He is bringing the Rotom Wash. The thing. But we are also bringing the Rotom Wash Destroyer known as Calgon. He's bringing the Hydreigon, and you guys know how much I am not really friends with the Hydreigon line right now. Entei, which is always a beast, really got a lot of appreciation for that thing's power. Medicham, which is another brutal Pokemon, so many priority moves, so much potential power right there. Excadrill, awesome spinner. Mold Breaker is a fantastic move for it as well. And that ability can really help to smash down some strategies. And of course, a Moongus for the Spore and the bulk. My lord. We are of course bringing Heatran. We are to set up rocks and to just blast things with Lava Plume. Lava Plume? Lava Dome, Lava something. Jellicent, so we can set up Trick Rooms, because this team is very, very slow. And also so we can burn things and wham them with Hex and just sort of slow down those special attackers. We're bringing Galak with the, not the Assault Vest, sorry, what has he got? He's got the Life Orb in this battle. Yeah, he's got the Life Orb in this battle. Because Life Orb Galak is not seen that often, but in a Trick Room team it can be devastation incarnate, friends. We're bringing Assault Vest Scrafty, because that thing is just my favourite set of all time. I am going to make a D-Dance Moxie Scrafty, and I really want to try it out. Maybe with a Cobra Berry? Cobra Berry's the one, right? Isn't it? The one that... No, I don't know. Never mind. Bringing Broke for show, that physically defensive beast, and another Trick Room setter. And we are bringing our offensive Ferrothorn known as Calgon, the Rotom Wash Destroyer. Okay, guys, enough of my wibbly wobbly jibber jabber. Let's get this battle underway. You've been patient enough for probably about 4 minutes now. Okay, so I am issuing a challenge. What am I going to send out first? Oh, look at that sexy beast. Yeah, we send out Calgon first, predicting that Rotom Wash to be the first out. And what do you know? A fantastic first turn matchup for us, and we avoid the Will-O-Wisp. And we get the SD up. You must be thinking right now, guys, well, this is going to be freaking awesome. This guy's just going to kick some ass and take some names from turn 1. But no, unfortunately, our opponent goes balls to the wall and hangs on. Stays in with the Rotom Wash, doesn't Volt Switch out, doesn't Hard Switch, despite the threat, and decides to go for a Will-O-Wisp again, which hits. We get rid of this thing's Chesto Berry. We use Knock Off specifically to get rid of the Chesto Berry, anticipating this thing to stay in, or just to knock off whatever wants to switch in. Yeah, but the unfortunate thing is that if we'd have gone for a Power Whip, we would have KO'd. Well, we not necessarily would have KO'd, but we had a good chance to KO there, I think. Probably about a 70% chance to KO. Entei coming through. There's no point in us staying in on this thing, I thought. So I thought, let's get an SD off, just in case this thing wants to do something other than a Fire-type move against us. And then we can hit something that comes in a lot harder. I didn't think there was much point in switching out. Nothing really wanted to take a Flare Blitz, except for Heatran, of course, from this thing. But then I also thought, well, Earthquake's a thing. It'd be neutrally effective against this thing, and he'd probably anticipate the Heatran switch. So we stayed in again, went for another knockoff. We get rid of the Life Orb, which is great. And I'm really surprised that Calgon is still around at this point, to be honest. And here comes the Sacred Fire, and this is going to wreck. Despite being a physical move, it is still going to destroy House, because this thing is not invested in defense that much at all. Guys, just quickly, by the way, because this was on my stream, Grav was on the call with me, on the Skype call, and he was giving me a little bit of coaching along the way. I mean, not that I'm not a competent battler or anything, but, you know, I was sort of talking to my plays out loud during this battle, and he sort of gave me some tips here and there, helped me to sort of decide whether or not the move that I wanted to go for was the best strategically. And, you know, we actually came up with some pretty good predictions, I think, in this, but it was about a week ago now. Okay, so we sent in Talon Who, the Heatrang, because I know that this thing can take a Surf, can take a Hydro Pump easily, and a Thunderbolt. With no, look at that thing, look at that. That did what? Not even a quarter damage. But he does get the Para, and that's no fun for anyone. Luckily, we do have the leftovers, so that is going to be nice and tasty. Num 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 num, get a little bit of health back. I have a great opportunity to set up rocks here. And rocks are going to come in handy. They're going to do a bit of good, definitely. Yeah, we can take a Hydro Pump, but it doesn't even land. Lucky! So even though we're parried, we're actually doing more work right now than the Rotom Wash. But now is the time to withdraw, because this thing is going to go for another Hydro Pump, and we don't really want to take it now that the Stealth Rocks are on the field. Oob comes in, because this thing cannot do a thing to Oob other than burn it. Burning it would be extremely, extremely unfortunate. But at the same time, this guy is probably the best to take that Hydro Pump right now. Well, actually, no, Jellison's the best to take the Hydro Pump. But I am a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared, not gonna lie. So we go for that nice and tasty Drain Punch to get some energy back, and of course he goes for the Willow and lands it. And you know, it didn't change the outcome of the battle that much that Scrafty was burned, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have had that full power Trick Room Scrafty, because that thing can do so much damage. So we get off another Drain Punch. It's going to do 0.nothing now that Scrafty's burned, but it's going to give us a little bit of recovery, a little bit of sustain. We can get a little bit more damage off on this thing. It can't Resto Chesto because the Chesto Berry's gone, so we are slowly wearing it down. I did expect the switch at this point, but that being said, I didn't really see that there was too much that we could really do to the Rotom Wash that we weren't doing already. So I thought, nah, why not withdraw? Why not withdraw? There's no point in trying to stall this thing out. With the burn damage as well, we're definitely going to get outstalled. I can't remember what exactly my reasoning was for switching Jellicent in at this time. I am really not sure. And I think that's why I switched out so hastily. So we send Talon Who in. Unfortunately, Talon Who is still paralyzed. We have no Cleric on this team, and that is a massive oversight. It does mean, though, that because of his paralysis, we can't be Spored. And that is why I switched him in, to completely negate that Spore. And there's not really much that Among Us can do to Talon Who offensively. So, good times and happy days abound. But unfortunately, Hydreigon's going to come in. Now, while you might think, but what's Hydreigon going to do to this guy? Hydreigon is the bane of my existence right now. Magma Storm! That's the word. That's the word. So it wouldn't surprise me if this Hydreigon somehow pulled some immense crit super-powered Doom Hydro Pump of Hades out of its arse and just wiped the floor with this thing. I'm fairly certain it doesn't get Hydro Pump anyway, but you know what I mean, guys. Hydreigon has just not been nice to me, not been kind to me at all lately. Not in the slightest. So here we go, it's the Focus Blast, and wouldn't you know it, it hits! Yay! But we do get a nice and powerful Flash Cannon off on this thing, which is going to be enough to KO, so screw you, Hydreigon! Yeah, F you, buddy. No KO for you. Well, what I mean is you don't KO any of our Pokemon. You get KO. You know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. I love this name. I love this name for Medicham. It is totally a Yogamon. It is totally a Yoga. Hashtag Yogamon. Medicham loves to do those funky poses, getting his breathing just right, and then well, bam, he pounds you in the face with his yoga powers. So we sent in Jellicent, hoping that this thing is going to try a high jump kick and crash into the wall and crack his own knee open. Or alternatively, maybe go for something like an Ice Punch or a Fire Punch or even a Bullet Punch, because any of those moves wouldn't do too much. He does, however, go for the Stab Psycho Cut, which does a butt-ton of damage. We do, for this battle, have the Citrus on this thing. I thought it'd be useful for giving it a bit of extra utility, maybe to help it get a Trick Room and a Will-O-Wisp off on the same turn against priority users and things like that. So Entei coming through. You might think that is an absolutely insane play on our opponent's part, because he's going to take Stealth Rocks damage, and then, of course, we could Scald him, right? But no, he makes an absolutely pro play. He anticipates the Will-O-Wisp, and he sends an Entei to gobble it up. And then, on top of that, he almost picks up the KO with the Stone Edge, but we do predict that he's going to go for a full-on offensive attack instead of just taking the Will-O-Wisp and switching out. So, we recover. We can stall this thing out unless he starts getting crits for days. So, Now we get off the Trick Room. Because essentially, getting a priority recover will be ridiculously helpful right now. Because this thing doesn't have much to actually touch us with. So, Amoonguss is the logical switch in here because it resists our stabs. Well, one of our stabs. I don't think it resists Ghost. It resists the potential Scald, which we don't have, but he doesn't know that. And on top of that, it can also wham us hard with the Giga Drain and restore itself at the same time. So it is a brilliant switch. It also has Spore, which is nice. You know, making this thing sleep. Pretty much crippling it, allowing him to sort of like suck all our health away. We are currently going to outspeed most things though because of Trick Room, but he sends in the Excadrill, and Excadrill, I don't see him that much this gen, but I don't know why. Why? Excadrill, wherefore art thou? Because you are awesome, bro. Excadrill is a badass. I'm not really sure why I didn't stay in here and try and go for a Will-O-Wisp. I'm really not. I don't know why I switched in Talonwho. I can't think what my logic was right now for that play. I just don't know. But we go for the Magma Storm, and of course our opponent evades it. What? Oh no, of course I know why, because we would outspeed thanks to the Trick Room, and then we could have KO'd the Magma Storm. It would have been a one-shot. But no! We miss! We always miss Magma Storm when it's going to be clutch. Okay, Bro for Show comes through. There's not really too much that this thing can do to us at all. Bro for Show pretty much walls Excadrill in my opinion. And it can do some hefty damage even though it's not especially invested with the Flamethrower. And that is a nice and tasty move because we get rid of the Air Balloon as well, which is always handy. It's always nice. Unfortunately, Excadrill does get rid of our rocks, but he does take the Rocky Helmet damage, putting him in nice range for a KO on the next turn. Jeddah realizes this and switches out, of course, which is a pro play on his part, sends in the Amoonguss, and even though Flamethrower will be super effective, he sent him in anyway, probably predicting the Scald. I mean, I imagine he anticipated that the Flamethrower wouldn't do too much to Amoonguss anyway. It's a special beast, a lot of HP, and Flamethrower is not stab, and Slowbro is generally not invested in any kind of attack, unless of course it's full offensive, but he knows this thing's not full offensive. Okay, so the Scrafty comes in to take on this Amoonguss once again, because I don't really see that I have too many other options, especially with the Talonflame? With Talonwho the Heatran out of action. Now, in a way, it's kind of lucky that Scrafty is burned because it can't be made to sleep with Spore. But at the same time, it does mean our attacks are going to do 0 point nothing, and we're not going to be recovering too much HP at all with the Drain Punch. Which kind of sucks the fat one, to be honest with you. Sucks the fat one. But, you know, I still have faith. I have faith. Although Oob is about to go down, his sacrifice won't have been in vain. He's opened up and given us a safe switch to this guy, Golurk. Now, Golurk can take any one hit from this thing. I am fearing the Spore, but at the same time, we have a nice and powerful Fire Punch coming your way, boosted by... Oh, no, it's not boosted by Iron Fist. It's No Guard. If we were Iron Fist, though, that would have KO'd. God damn. Maybe should have gone for the Dynamic Punch to try and get the confusion off. Hope for hacks, but I don't like hoping for hacks. That's not how I like to be. I like to hope for skill. One day I hope to have skill. So we withdraw Golurk, because there's no point in leaving him in just to get KO'd by Giga Drains. We send in Royal Jelly, because Royal Jelly can take a Giga Drain fairly well. Better than Golurk would, anyway. See, unfortunately, though, to my surprise, that is going to be a 2-hit KO. I genuinely thought it would be a 3-hit KO, and we'd have the opportunity to set up a Trick Room, and then a Will-O-Wisp, and then recover, and then Hex. But alas, 'twas not to be. It was not to be. What I should have done was real... Oh, it is a 3-hit KO. Wow! Wow, 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 wow! I'm so stupid. You'd think I wasn't a part of this battle or anything. Yes, we get the recover off. Now, what I really should have done was set up a Trick Room when the first time Jellicent was out. Use the Willow, use the recover, then used Hex. That's what I should have done. But I didn't. Because, of course, that would be far too pro for Team Sizz, wouldn't it? I make those new plays so often these days. I don't know what is wrong with me. Excuse me while I drink my coffee, guys. I am ridiculously tired today. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Lots of late nights, not a lot of sleep. Working lots. But yeah, so I am extraordinarily tired today. So I am swigging the coffee 24/7 right now. So yeah, sorry about that. So we're pretty much in the same position we were before I started my coffee exposition. Amoonguss is burned, however, now. And that Hex is going to do a lot more damage. But Giga Drain is just too powerful. It's just too powerful. It keeps restoring his health, keeps wearing us down. Although what we really should do right now is recover Hex, recover Hex, recover Hex. That's what should be going on. That's how it should be going down. We still can't pick up the goddamn KO! But the burn clinches it for us, Shazam! Excuse me. Oh, I'm all sniffly. I'm all sniffly. I hope I'm not the next one to get sick. So many Poketubers are getting sick right now. It's just not cool. We withdraw Royal Jelly, fearing some kind of revenge KO. Bro for Show, coming through for you. no! This guy goes for the Psycho Cut. That is going to do 0.025 point nothing / not a lot. And of course, Yoga should take the Rocky Helmet damage. I missed that. I missed if he did or not, but he should have done. Sud's coming in because Suds can wall us for days. And of course, annihilate us with a special electric type move. Nom nom nom. We do not eat that up. Blech. So we withdraw Bro for Show and we send in, of course, the mighty Galak. Because although Galak is asleep, he will absolutely absorb that Thunderbolt. Be like, ooh, refreshing little tingle in my brain space. But yeah, of course, now we switch out predicting the Hydro Pump. Because, of course, Hydro Pump is the only logical move that this thing can go for against our buddy Galak. Now, I switch in Jellicent because I really thought he would Hydro Pump, and we'd love some Nomi Hydro Pump HP Water Absorb Recovery returning times right about now. So that's what we try and go for. Unfortunately, we get Pro Played, and Suds takes the opportunity to go for a rest. He's having a little kip right now. He's sleeping on the job. So we withdraw because there's not really too much that we can do. Although, really, what I should have done was stayed in, got myself nice and healthy, and gone for hexes while this thing slept. Just hexed it for at least 3 turns. Probably could have done some damn hefty damage. And then even maybe had time. Well, no, you see this? Do you see this? Ah, now unfortunately, Jello does go for a Will-O-Wisp here, and of course it doesn't affect us because we're still asleep. So screw you, buddy. Oh, you predicted the switch there, didn't you, son? No, no, no. We stay in. However, it is 99.5% obvious that this guy is totally going to go for the Hydro Pump right now. So this time, I'm sure that we're going to get the Pro Play. And we do! Pro Play coming through, Water Absorb, nom nom nom, give me a nice drink because I am thirsty. Unfortunately, because this thing is so specially thick, it doesn't actually absorb that much water. Because it didn't take a lot of damage from it. So Galak coming through, trying to absorb the next Thunderbolt. And we do! Call me Pro Plays, bro, because that's what I made during this battle. Some serious Pro Plays. I mean, like I say, I had some help from Grav. He did sort of whisper in my ear, give me a couple of tips here and there. Now, I thought we'd be pretty safe staying on the Entei. Because although it's really powerful, Galak's not exactly a skinny mini twig face who gets bent over by a breeze. He can totally take a few hits, and I thought, let's try and burn some turns of sleep, at least 1 turn of sleep, but no, we don't. We switch out, go into Bro for Show. It is the real logical choice, because Entei is a mainly physical attacker. Of course, Bro for Show can take pretty much anything Entei wants to throw at us. And on top of that, we have that lovely, yummy Rocky Helmet. So Entei is going to take some Rocky Helmet damage. Actually, did he knock that thing off? Did he knock my Rocky Helmet off? God damn, I think he did knock my Rocky Helmet off. Sorry guys, I'm being a noob. I completely must have missed that. Wow, what is wrong with me? Yeah, so Bro for Show stays in, despite getting burned. That Sacred Fire is such a good move. So Bro for Show stays in, twists those dimensions like a magician. Some kind of magic deity. Shell-tailed beast. Yeah, so here we go. That extreme speed. Was it extreme speed? I've got such a headache right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm finding it really hard to concentrate. We do hurt him with the Rocky Helmet. Man, why am I missing things? I swear, I'm looking at the entire battle. I'm not even looking away this time. So Bro for Show does manage to pick up the KO in this Entei, and that is marvellous, because that thing was a serious threat. It caused us a lot of problems. I'm glad it's K to the Ode right now. Unfortunately, however, Bro for Show is not going to be able to stand up to this Excadrill, because Excadrill... It's just too powerful. It's just too powerful. Although, in retrospect, in hindsight, I should have stayed in, because I'm fairly certain with Trick Room still in effect, we'd be able to outspeed, and this thing doesn't have priority, so we could have flamethrowered it and KO'd, or scalded it and KO'd. Nice scald. But we wake up, we get the dynamic punch off on this thing, and that is just taste-tastic. So this thing's going to be confused now, and that actually does a surprising amount, well not a surprising amount, but a decent amount of damage, just over a third. Will this thing lose some HP due to confusion? Smash yourself in the face, Sudmeister! But no! Instead of that, he gets that nice and tasty Willow off, halving our attack and making sure that we rack up the Life Orb / burn damage. So Galak now is not going to be around for very long at all. But he withdraws Suds. He withdraws Suds. I presume he either anticipated a switch or just thought, nope, this guy's done. Stick a fork in him, this guy's done. We may as well just switch out into something to destroy him. His attack's going to do next to nothing now. But even with the burn, that did an alright amount of damage, I think. But saying that, Mega Medichamp's not that thick. It should really have done a lot more. Even with the burn, I kind of expected it to do more. But Psycho Cut coming through, you might think Psychic type move? Wow, I would have gone for something. No. The Psycho Cut was definitely the best move that you could have gone for. And now it's just Bro for Show, I believe. I'm fairly certain this is our last Pokemon. Bro for Show against the world. Actually, no, there's another in the back, right? Anyway, we'll be able to take this Psycho Cut, right? Right. Even with the burn damage, we'll be just fine. We used to slack off to give ourselves a bit more survivability so that we can try and fire some scalds off on this thing, pick up a burn, hopefully, and hopefully the KO. That was the logic right there. Yoga switches out, wise move, because there's not really too much you can do against Brofisho, especially with that Rocky Helmet on there. But of course, Suds comes back in, and this guy just walls us for days, months, years. I'll be there for you. Yes, Suds, you get hurt by that burn. And here's the T-Bolt. Oh, GG. 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 Because even though it's not technically a good game yet, it is a good game. All we have left is Paralyzed Jealousy. We got Shrek'd, guys. We got Shrek'd. But I think it was a really good battle. There were some really good plays on both parts. I mean, if you think about it, it really was kind of pro-tastic. I mean, Jello ultimately outplayed me by orders of magnitude. He was fantastic. Great game, Jello. I really enjoyed that. And thanks for coming by the stream, by the way. And for everyone watching this that came by the stream as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are freaking awesome, and I appreciate the support, and I love hanging out with you guys on Twitch. We have such a laugh. We have some giggles. We tell some jokes. We do crazy voices. We have battles. Occasionally there are long pauses where not a lot happens because of technical difficulties or just noobishness or Pokemon picking things. But anyway, yeah, enough of my jibber jabber. Sorry, I feel so crappy right now. I keep waffling on and forgetting that you guys have probably got things to do, lives to get on with. So get on with those lives. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below and tell me why you did and or didn't enjoy. I love hearing from you guys, and even criticism I am happy to accept and try and evolve from. Evolve. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Love you all. Have a Scizorsome day. Bye.